Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, and Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me the truth that we well. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kodash Paya. As you can see here, this is an article I came across. It was that Dabu actually made a video on it. I seen it, and I went to the article on Zero Hedge. It says UN Pact for the Future seeks permanent emergency powers for complex global shocks, right? So the UN, right, to seek what? Permanent emergency powers. See, so, just like when FEMA was granted power during the whole lockdowns and whatnot, they were granted power, Now the UN to be granted power, and then they show you in these movies the white trucks, UN trucks, call them peacekeepers, the blue helmets, but what? It's a transferring of power, just like when you had the attack in 2001. What? They had the Patriot Act, basically to have like a police state, right? The UN is set to outline a far-reaching plan to secure emergency powers that would allow the global body to lead a common agenda for all nations during any complex global shocks, such as a new pandemic. So they're saying it's global, because what? They're trying to unite the nations. That's what the UN stands for, right? But we know that we're in a time of war, as the Lord said. You hear about wars and rumors of wars. We're in the midst of World War III, But they need a major crisis to occur globally so they can usher in that final digital CHIP, that digital currency, and they trying to have it global. That's why the scripture says, shall try all the world, the hour of temptation, because, things that's coming, you have uproars of the people. You're going to have things get worse and intensified, which is why they're trying to put out troops in these cities, in these places, right? As a matter of fact, I'm going to get the scripture real quick. It says, the Federalists report that the plan is to be finalized at a September 2024 summit of the future, where the UN will adopt a what? Pact for the future, to include policies that have been outlined in the globalist bodies, our common agenda report. And this is why, with the whole Constitution wasn't written for us, We're seeing people's liberties and their rights being taken away. Just like what also went in effect on January. Certain crimes you can commit. I believe this was the chief spokesman. He was saying that when it goes into effect on January, it'll be Chicago or and some other state, Idaho, some shit like that. But they're gonna try to make that throughout all the states. These purge-like crimes where people can get out of jail without bond. They don't, committing certain acts. So it's about to get drastic out here, man. And the cops ain't gonna come for your aid neither. You call them the law enforcement. They're not gonna they got their own families to worry about. They got their own lives to worry about. That's why they're having these foreign troops to take over certain places. They're not gonna have no mercy. It says, this is on Twitter, right? Let's go to it real quick. Anyway, I don't know why it's acting up. I wanted to read the comments, but it says takeover. The UN is planning to seize global emergency powers with Biden's support. The proposal might be the biggest attempted power grab in the history of the United Nations. If approved, the United States, as we know it, could cease to exist. UN to seize global emergency power with Biden's support. Right? I've read of this before. It's alarming. The US should relinquish its sovereignty. This must not happen. Yada yada yada. Whatever, man. Alright? We know that these elites, they're making their final run. You know what I'm saying? So let's get a scripture real quick. Alright, real quick. There's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Right? Because the Lord said, well, when he come back, shall he find faith on the earth? So only a remnant, the elect, is going to have faith in the Lord's words and until the end. Even in the midst of all hell breaking loose, 2nd Esdras 15, 2nd Esdras 16, uproars of people, Jacob's troubles, famines, pestilence, right? People are going to be taken in a great number. Mass death is coming. A lot of bloodshed is coming because of the pride and the iniquity of this place, man. It's just said that people is going to shall be taken in a great number. That's why they got these quarantine camps. That's why they got things set up like this. Guillotines and whatnot. Real quick. I want to get Isaiah. And Esau is what? Sharpening his sword. He is the sword. The Lord is about to put the spirit in to come down with great wrath. And because he knows that he have but a short time. But what? They're sharpening their sword. Meaning they're getting their military right. Salakia. Oh, alright. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So that's what they're doing with their new policies. Like it tells you, for a common agenda. These globalists, these elites, that's what they want. An NWO. But hey, we know what Acts, the 5th chapter, speaks about. But the point is, they sharpening their swords so they could take the rights from the poor by these wicked ass policies. You know what I'm saying? And people are gonna feel it. People are gonna feel it. And these elites, a lot of them, they're fleeing the United States. They're going to other countries. That's why you see, like, it wasn't too long ago, but the White House was like boarded up, because you got something called order out of chaos. So this is how they're going to try to bring order, with their troops in the midst of chaos. I mean, you could go through it. Black Swan event. Giving examples, the trigger, emergency authorities. It says major climate event, future pandemic risk, global digital connectivity disruption, which is like disrupting the grid, major event outer space. We know they got their project, Project Blue to the beam, where they trying to have the sky as a green screen to persuade people they're seeing something which is an illusion, trying to disrupt the prophecy of the angels, because the scriptures speak about signs in the heavens and all that, but they can't do nothing against the truth before it. So regardless, it's some weird, strange times we're in. And so they're naming a couple of these events for the reason to come down with what? with the UN, with these troops, he'd come down with great wrath. Really? And generic unforeseen risks. Whatever, man. You know, we know we head into Jacob's troubles, and copy. Take a screenshot of this. We know what's coming, so this is why we keep saying, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found; call upon him while he's near." You know, cause shit is about to crash. They're naming certain events. You know, we'll see what's gonna happen, man. They're saying that by September 2024, that I believe they're trying to have this go into play. So, we'll see what happens. All right, but anyway, with that, I hope this was edifying. Stay to the point. Until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.